Well, moving on now, a new report shows that the number of U.S. nuclear workers who have died from radiation diseases is more than 4 times the number of American fatalities in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. The report conducted by McClatchy Group is based on over 100 interviews with nuclear workers across the U.S. and the analysis of more than 70 million records in a federal database. According to the report, U.S. government has spent an estimated $12 billion on payouts and medical expenses of more than 53,000 nuclear workers who have suffered from cancer or related illnesses. The report finds that although it has been decades since the first victims of radiation exposure have been identified, the safety standards for those who work in nuclear facilities have not changed at all. Nearly 190,000 U.S. workers have been exposed to radiation since 2001. Well, Jan Oberg, founder of the transnational.org, joins us now from Lund. Mr. Oberg, welcome to the program. What are your thoughts about the statistics released by the McClatchy Group?
They're absolutely horrific. You know, we're talking about human beings. We are talking about people who allegedly did not get appropriate information. We're talking about weapons that can destroy the world, and now they are obviously shown to have destroyed a lot of human beings even without having been used. The only answer, in my view, is nuclear abolition. This is not creating security for anyone anywhere on Earth, and it's perverse that the US, under Nobel Peace Prize recipient President Obama, has a program for the next 30 years to spend $1 trillion, that is $1,000 billion, on new nuclear weapons. That's a death sentence to thousands of new nuclear workers.
Mr. Oberg, do you think reports like the one issued by the McClatchy Group will make the relevant officials to, first of all, listen, maybe alter the safety standards in the initial step?
Well, first of all, let me say, if you make a Google search, there's not one of the main Western mainstream media who have taken this up, except a few within the US itself. That means this absolutely breaking news story is silenced through self-censorship. This is, I mean, if 30,000 people plus had been killed in a terrorist attack in Europe or the US, what do you think the headlines would be? Secondly, there is no democracy in this field. It's a little elite of the military industrial media academic complex that I call MIMAC, the military industrial media academic complex, who decides these things. There has never been a referendum in any country about whether or not the citizens want to have nuclear weapons on their soil, have their country own nuclear weapons, or have their country using nuclear weapons. There's no democracy in this field, and we have to make a peace revolution all over the world against this madness, because otherwise it's one day going to kill all of us, including you and me and whoever else is on this beautiful earth. And this is a good start. Human beings shall not be killed to produce such perverse, illegitimate, illegal weapons. We have a court case from The Hague that clearly says in 1995, I think, or 6, that nuclear weapons are not legal under international law. Why are they having it? And why have we been harassing Iran for years, who does not have nuclear weapons, whereas the US, who wants to stop other countries from having nuclear weapons, are creating such havoc even on their own population from this. This is very, very sad news, and it should be broadcasted everywhere on Earth.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jan Oberg, founder of transnational.org.